You know, I got important duties to do, man.
Guys.
Oh, now he shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he shows up. Hey, forget about it.
What about the band? You know what I'm saying? What about the cooking?
Okay, I'm Gus Gustafson, president of the class of 1974 and managing director of the Lehigh University Enterprise System Center, but most importantly, one of the 3 kings of tailgates.
I'm Dan Mulholland. I'm class of 74 as well. I was appointed by Gus as the vice president of the class of 74. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I work with Gus at the Enterprise System Center today as a senior consultant working with students on projects. And as Gus says, importantly, one of the 3 kings of tailgates. So Gus, we're having a good time right now and talking about the kings of tailgates, and I feel sorry that my identical brother Bob, who's one of the kings of tailgates, he can't be with us today.
Our spiritual leader.
Toiling away up at UBS.
A good-looking Mulholland.
And we wish he was here, and we wish him well.
He's working full-time, though. We're sort of semi-retired, but he's still, you know, helping to lead our country as number 2 guy at UBS, and so he's got a lot of responsibilities.
Bob, that's fine. You tell him, I missed you yesterday, but now I'm here today. I missed you yesterday, now I'm here today.
The tailgate started right after graduation. We were in Taylor Stadium, and then during the early days, Danny spent more time playing golf.
I lived in Columbus, Ohio.
That was a little bit of a barrier.
Yeah, it was a commute.
Yeah, and then he became a hotshot executive, and had to play golf on Saturdays. But finally, finally we got the team back together, and went from king of tailgates to the 3 kings of tailgates, and it really grew exponentially from that point.
Well, actually, I don't really believe we were the kings of tailgates back in the 80s and the 90s. We were just tailgaters. The kings of tailgate, probably the initial spark for the kings of tailgate was in 1998. That was the 25th anniversary of the 1973 Lehigh football team, for which I played. And we invited a bunch of members of the football team to that tailgate. We probably got that day 75 to 100 people, so it gave us an idea that things could get bigger. Ultimately, in 2002, our good friend and captain of the 1973 team, defensive captain of the 1973 team, Roger McFillin, passed away very unexpectedly on his 50th birthday, and we felt that there was something that we could do to have him be remembered by providing contributions through our tailgates to the Lehigh football program. And in fact, over the last 10 years, his name has been way up on top of the recognition list, generally $10,000 or more. And we felt we could keep his memory alive, and in fact have. And over the course of that 10-year period, we believe we've probably directly raised $75,000 to $85,000 worth of money directly for Lehigh football. But indirectly, we brought a lot of people back to Lehigh, and that new association back with Lehigh has meant maybe greater gifts to the annual fund and other efforts around here. So I'm sure we're way over $100,000 in impact. A couple of years ago, we got a friendly phone call from the athletic department that indicated that they had, that year for the first time in 2011, voted 3 folks as winners of what they call the Golden Circle Award for dynamite support of Lehigh football. On the back is the number for Roger McFillin, who we started the major Kings of Tailgates for. Roger McFillin's number was number 55. Yeah, I think another important thing about the Kings of Tailgates, I want to get back to, how did we kick them up? One of the things that we decided is we would never have anything ordinary. So, in 10 years we've probably had 55 tailgates or so, maybe more, 60 tailgates. And not one of those tailgates has ever had hamburgers and hot dogs. And what we try to do is we try to see if we can't play around with the mascot or theme of the team that we're playing. So, for example, if we play the Bucknell Bisons, we have bison steak. If we play the New Hampshire Wildcats, we have deep-fried wildcat fish. For Lafayette, we deep fry 15 turkeys.
Lafayette turkeys, isn't that the mascot?
So,
well, it's a junior college mascot. It's very appropriate.
And it's also a game close to Thanksgiving time, but I think the turkey does well.
So one of the things that we're always struggling with class is, how to get people involved, and how to have them coming back and having fun and rekindling the fond memories of Lehigh. This has turned out to be a great way to do that. There's been more members of our class coming back for these tailgates, and other classes too. By the way, we're open to all, and it also allows them to. We have a lot of students that come, our leadership students, and so they interact, and that's always very, very impressive for folks coming back. And we have many of the administration. The vice provost Munley is our classmate, and he's a regular. We have
Alice Gast.
We know her. President Gast comes on a regular basis. So we've always said the presidents have been coming since Farrington on a regular basis. So there's a lot of professors that show up, and they mingle with the students. So it's a great way to connect and keep the good feelings alive for students, faculty, administrators, and classmates.
Beyond the tailgate itself, there's what I guess I would call a marketing effort. Gus and I both stay close with large groups of people. I have a blog list of about 100 people that I send a blog out to about every 2 weeks, encouraging people to come on back to both games, Lehigh, Lafayette, etc. And so that keeps people connected and invited back to Lehigh. At the end of the day, the money's important for the football program. We know that. Okay, and so we think our contribution, nearing 6 figures, is worthy and substantial. We think that what we achieved, frankly, for Roger McFillan and letting people know how much we think about a teammate who's now gone for 11 years, we think that's important as well because we had a good team.